Okay, so let's start our today's session. I'm welcoming all of you again, once again in my class. Now we are going to start our CSE 104, that is Computer Fundamental Lab class. At the very beginning, I would like to select one repetier and convener for today's lab class. So, Mahin, can you hear me, Mahin?
Sir.
You are
Yes.
the repetier, okay, for this lab class. All right. And Israt Jahan, can you hear me? Israt,
Yes, sir.
you are the convener, so carry on. Israt, you are the convener, so carry on.
Yes, sir. Thank you and good afternoon. I am Israt. At first, take my salam and Next, our honorable sir selected me today's class convener. So I invited to Mahin. Please summarize the previous class topic. Mahin, can you hear me?
Mahin somehow disconnected. Okay, who else can play role as repetier? Sanjita, can you play role as repetier? Sanjita, can you hear me? Okay, Sanjita, problem. Hafiz, can you play role as repetier?
Sir, try.
Please carry on.
My dear respected teacher and beloved friends, Assalamu alaikum. In the previous class, we discussed about the web browser.
Then
sir,
what? I told you that every day come with a note. Okay, small note you can prepare. Okay. Basically, in our previous class, we discussed about. At first, we discussed about different parts of computer, different functions of computer. Then we discuss about web browser. Okay, how to. What is the web browser? Some example of web browser. Then what is the basic user interface of the web browser? How to use web browser? Okay.
We
Right. Okay. As well
developed when and why developed.
Who basically developed the web browser, when, why. Okay. And I also discussed about the course outline. I also discussed about the course outline. Okay. All right. So Israt, now ask them do they have any question or not? Israt, unmute your microphone. Israt, unmute your microphone. Please.
Yes, sir. Do you have any question regarding in the previous class topic? Everyone.
Okay, maybe they do not.
Maybe not. Yes,
carry on.
Now I request to our honorable sir, please continue your class.
Okay, thank you. Thank you to the reporter and convener. But I would like to give you the same reminder. You have to take preparation as repetier. Okay, any of you. Okay, I can ask any of you to play role as repetier. So please take preparation accordingly in your next class. So now we are going to start our second lecture, and let me share my slide with you. Can you guys see the lecture on your screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So here you can see this is actually what? Chapter number 2, and the title of the chapter number 2 is Search Information on Internet. Search information on internet. That means basically we are going to learn about how we can search any data or information through our Google search engine. how we can search any data or information through our Google search engine. Okay.
Sir, I am sorry, my electricity was gone.
Okay. All
That's
right. All
was
right.
gone.
So these are the things we are going to cover under this lecture. So at first, we are going to learn about information, what is information and different forms of information, then why people need information, source of information, we have different sources, we're going to learn about them, then what is search engine, okay, and we're going to learn about the Google search engine basically here. Then how we can do a simple search. I'm going to show you the demonstration. Then how we can by our voice, how we can give instruction to the search engine. Okay, through voice, how we can search any data or information. Okay, through Google search engine. Then how we can get quick answer. Then how we can search punctuation marks, symbols, and operators. How we can do advanced search. How we can do image search. Okay, or search by image. Then how we can search by voice. Okay, or how we can search any video. Okay, on the Google. These type of things we are going to learn in our today's class. Okay, first hour of this class. So let's see. At first, you can see here different forms of information. Okay, usually when we think about the information, okay, one picture comes into our mind, that is information is basically inside the information we are going to get some alphanumeric character, but you might also get this information in different variation, like any text might be information. Okay, from the text you might get the information, from any image you might get the information. Think about the weather forecasting. Okay, when the expert people, they basically give the weather forecasting, they basically analyzes the satellite image, they analyzes the satellite image. From that image they are going to get some information. It might be number, it might be any audio file, it might be any video file. Okay, sometimes what we can do, we can hear the radio. Okay, we can saw news. Okay, we can see news. Okay, so these are the different forms of information: text, image, number, audio, and video. Okay, so we can get information from this in this different formats. Okay, so now why people need information. Basically if you want to make any decision, on that time you need information. Without information, if you make or if you take any decision on that time, it might lead you in a wrong direction. Okay, that's why people need, or business, or as a business organization, we need information so that we can make proper decision. Okay, suppose you enter into the university, you enroll in the university. Okay, in this summer 2020, but before enrolling yourself as a student in the university, you basically collect some information about number of universities, and on the basis of those information, after analyzing those information, you took your decision. Okay, as well as we need information for entertainment purpose, enlightenment purpose, then problem solving purpose. Okay, these are the reason why people or business organization need information. So as an individual, we need information. That's why we search information through Google search engine. Okay, we have number of search engine, but in this course I'm going to discuss about only Google search engine. And now you're going to get a number of sources of information. Suppose you can find out information from your browsing your internet. Okay, broadcast media. Broadcast media means actually what? Any idea, anyone? What is broadcast media? What does it mean, broadcast media? Sometimes we use this term, broadcast media. What does it mean? Broadcast media means mass media. Okay, mass media. Okay, like your TV, like your radio, these are called broadcast, okay, medium. Okay, then newspaper. By reading newspaper you can get information. From magazine you might get information. From journal you might get information. By reading book you might get information. But in this chapter we are basically giving our focus on this internet. Okay, how we can search any information, okay, in this internet. Okay, right. Now, as I already mentioned in this lecture, I'm going to discuss about basically we are practicing the things through this Google search engine. So at first we have to understand what is search engine. Okay, search engine is nothing but actually what? A software. Again, a search engine is nothing but a software. But what is the main purpose or what is the main goal of this software? It basically designed to search something through which we can search something. Okay, through which we can search any information or any data. That's why they're telling a web search engine is a software system that is designed to search for information on the World Wide Web. Okay, in the World Wide Web we have lots of resources, lots of information available. So if you find out any specific one, you have to write down the keyword in your Google search engine. Then when you press the enter, then your search engine is going to show you number of links, and by clicking on those links you can get your desired information. So some examples are given of search engine. You can see here like Google, one search engine, then Bing, Yahoo, Ask Me, okay, Ask Me.com. These are the different search engine. But out of these four, this Google is the very popular one. Google is very popular one. Okay, nowadays we tell that Google knows everything, isn't it? Okay, when we need to, search any information, we basically search by Google or through Google search engine. Okay. All right. So now how we can search, okay, through Google. You can search by text by typing the keyword. Here you can see the picture. By typing text, you can search something through Google, or you can give voice comment. Okay, in the search engine, in the home page or search page, you're going to get a microphone like icon. By pressing on it, you can give your voice comment. Okay, and through your voice comment, you can search something through Google. Then search by image. You can upload a specific image and Google is going to give information about that image. It is also possible. Okay, but most of the cases we are basically familiar with the first one, search by text. Okay, we are basically used to usually what we do, we basically write down the keywords. Okay, but you can also search by your voice or search by the image. So I am going to show you all the example one by one. Don't worry about it. Now you can see here, start with a simple search. Now it's time to show you a demonstration how we can search. Okay, how we can search any information or data through this Google search engine. Okay, so let me show it to you. Okay, I'm going to share my browser with you. Let me know whether you can see my browser or not. Can you guys see my browser, web browser here on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So here you can see the address bar, isn't it? This is called nothing but your address bar. In the address bar, you have to type your Google address. What is the address of Google or the domain name of Google or the URL of the Google? www.google.com. You have to write down this URL, and when I press enter from my keyboard, then it will give me the page like this. All right, so here you can search any data or information. Okay, suppose I would like to search like what is the capital of Bangladesh. Okay, what is the capital of Bangladesh. So if I search it, if I press enter, then it is going to give me number of links. Can you see that? Number of links basically it is giving me. Okay. Number of web page link it is giving me. All right. Okay. So you can see number of links here. So out of this link, you can press any of them, then you are going to get the answer. Okay, already it is showing here one answer. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. Okay, so when I am searching this keyword through my Google search engine, can you see how many result it is basically producing? How many result it basically find out? Okay, it's a huge number, isn't it? Within 0.47 second, 0.47 second, it basically generate this result. Okay, that is the thing. All right, but in the first page, first web page, first page, I'm basically getting 10 links. Okay, if you go to the next page, here you have number of pages. If you click on the next page, then you're going to get some other links. Okay, that is okay. But as a user, usually we never move to the second page. Okay, so we basically try to find out our information from the first 1 to 3, 1, 2, 3 or 4 links. Okay, right. So if you click on this link, then it is going to show us information, more information about the capital of Bangladesh. Am I clear to you? How we can search any data or information through this Google search engine? By typing text. Okay, by searching keyword. All right, so I think now you have some idea how we can do simple search through Google search engine. Okay, I'm repeating, you have to open your web browser, then in this address bar you have to type www.google.com, then you will get this page. Here is the search box, you have to write down your keyword, then you can press on Google search, or from your keyboard you can press enter. All right, then it will work. All right, now what we have in the slide again, let's see. Let me share my slide again with you. Okay, so now they are basically talking about the voice search, how we can search something by using our Google search engine through our voice, not typing any text. Through voice, how we can search something. Okay, let me show you again the example. Another example. I'm sharing my browser again. Can you guys see my web browser now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in the search engine, okay, can you see here we have a microphone like icon. Okay, through this microphone like icon, by pressing on it, okay, we can give voice command to our Google search engine. So if you hover your mouse pointer, okay, then it will show you that search by voice. Just keep your mouse pointer or hover your mouse pointer over it, then you're going to get the instruction search by voice. So if I click here, I have to allow my microphone. I'm allowing my microphone. Okay, so what is the capital of Bangladesh? Okay, let me try it again. Capital of Bangladesh. Okay, it is not taking my input. Okay, Google, what is the capital of Bangladesh? Maybe there are lots of noise here. Let me show you from my mobile phone. Okay, it will be better. So can you guys sorry, can you guys see the browser here? I mean search box here. Okay, so here I have a search box, and if I press it here, okay, here is the again the same icon I have. Okay, so if I press here, then let me press it. What is the capital of Bangladesh? Suppose if I give another search like what is the capital of Australia?
Canberra is the capital of Australia.
So can you hear? Okay, it is giving me text. I don't know whether you can see my text or not. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But it is also giving me the voice answer. Okay. So in this way, you can ask any information to your Google. Okay, through this voice search. Okay, right. So is that clear to you? How you can do a voice search through Google?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's move to the next slide. Let me share the slide again with you. So here you will get the demonstration how we can search to the voice. First step, you have to open your browser. Second step, you have to go to the you have to write down the URL in the address bar. Then you're going to get this page. Then third step, you have to click on this icon. Then you have to speak. Okay, that is the thing. So this is the simple way how you can search through voice. Then they are basically mentioning very important thing here. Word must be chosen very carefully when you search basically any information. Okay, in Google search engine, the selected keywords must be very carefully chosen. Okay, during search, try to choose words that are likely to appear on the site you are looking at. Okay, suppose you are suffering from cold and fever. Okay, so if you write down, you would like to know what is the medication, okay, for cold and fever. Okay, and you would like to search that information by using your Google. So if you search like that, I am sick. If you type what? I am sick. Suppose mine basically suffering from cold and fever, and she would like to know what is the medication for that. Okay, for this cold and fever, and she type in her Google, she type basically what? I am sick. So what do you guys think? Is she going to get appropriate medication? Not, isn't it? She need to type what? Medication for fever. Okay, or what are the medicine I have to take if I suffer from fever. Okay, so this type of keyword she need to select. Okay, that's why I'm telling, when you select the keyword, you have to be careful. You have to select your keyword in a, I mean, very carefully. You have to select your keyword. Okay, is it okay? You understand my problem?
Yes, sir.
So you must select your keyword very carefully when you search through Google search engine. Otherwise, you're not going to get appropriate answer or proper answer. All right. Now get quick answer. So Google search engine nowadays, it is basically giving us number of facilities. Let me show you how we can do quick search. Again, I'm sharing my web browser. So I think now you can see my web browser, isn't it? Okay. So here, suppose I would like to use my Google search engine as dictionary. Okay. So I would like to convert some words, Bangla to English to Bangla, or Bangla to English. So what I can do, I can type here English to Bangla. If I click it, then now it is giving me what? One dictionary. Okay. So we can perform number of tasks here. This is very advanced one. Okay, let me show you. Suppose if I write here education. Okay, education, then it is basically giving me the Bangla meaning of education. Okay, or from here you can select the language option. Okay, from here you can select the language option. In both sides we have the option for language change. Okay, English to, you can convert it into another language. Okay, Hindi, Urdu, Arabic, Farsi. Okay, Arabic. Okay, which language you want, you can do that. Convert that word into that language. Okay, and again here you can I mean basically get the pronunciation. If I click here,
Education.
you see it is giving us the pronunciation. Okay, for Bangla as well. Can you hear that? All right. Then suppose if you want to know about the education
Education.
pronunciation more, then some other option also available. And here you will get, if I expand it more, then you will get number of synonymous word. Okay. Okay. Here you will get some number of synonymous word here also available. Okay. Or also you can not typing, just not typing. If you want, you can basically give voice comment. Okay. Suppose if you say student, then it is going to type here automatically. It is going to type here student. Okay, that is the thing. All right. So you can use this Google search engine as your dictionary. Then I can basically convert like taka to dollar. Okay. Okay. Taka to dollar. Automatically it is going to give me a converter. Okay. So Bangladeshi here we can convert the unit. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, here you can convert different things, like here if we give $1, okay, automatically it is going to show us that $1 equals to 84. This is the current value, 84 taka, 84.87 taka. That is the thing. Okay, if I make it suppose $100, okay, you can see the amount in Bangladeshi taka. Okay, that is the thing. You can you can use some converter like Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, you can also use centimeter to feet. Okay, this type of converter you can easily make. This type of calculation you can easily do. Okay, so this is called nothing but your quick search. So you guys are clear about it, isn't it? How we can do quick search. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, so now I would like to show you again my slide. Let's see what we have in the next slide. Okay, some punctuation symbol. Okay, we have here, and how you can search this punctuation symbol is basically given here. So you can practice this one at your home. I'm not going to show it to you. Then some advanced search. This one is important. Advanced search. How we can do advanced search through Google. We are not that much familiar with this advanced search. Okay, let me show you how we can do advanced search. All right. All right. All right. So what we have to do at first, we have to go to this URL. What is this URL? They mention here. www.google.com/advanced_search. Okay, so if I copy this URL, or if you type that URL in your I'm going to show you my browser again. Can you guys see my web browser now?
Yes, sir.
All right, so here is the search box. Okay, search bar, and I would like to search that URL here, or you can type it here, www.google.com/advanced_search, and if I press enter, so automatically it is going to give me this page. Okay, searching page, but it is not look like your regular searching page, isn't it? It is not look like your regular searching page. Okay, so here at first, number of boxes you have here, number of text box you have. Okay, so basically here you will get explanation as well in the right side. You can get the explanation here as well. Okay, in this box, okay, type the important words. Type your important word. Like I would like to type what? Okay, I would like to type here Sundarban. Okay, if I type here Sundarban, so I would like to see some. I would like to get some information about the Sundarban. That's why I'm typing here Sundarban. Okay, so if you want, you can add some other information. Okay, like Sundarban is a forest. Okay, you can type here forest. Okay, I would like to type here some other related keyword. Okay, forest. Okay, any other words if you want, you can add here. Okay, about the Sundarban. Okay, like you can mention here mangrove forest. Okay, or here also you can mention here the mangrove forest to get the accurate information, to get the exact information. Okay, you can fill up these options. Okay, number of options are given, and by using which this text box, what you have to write, they are going to mention here. Okay, you can read it with your own. Then in which language you are going to get the information. Suppose like if you want some different language rather than English, okay, you can select that language from this. Okay, I'm selecting English, okay, as my language. Then in which region, like you guys know that Sundarban is situated in Bangladesh as well as in India, isn't it? Some part of Sundarban available in Bangladesh and some part available in India. So I would like to get information about the Bangladesh part. Okay, so what I can do, I can select here Bangladesh, okay, as my region. Okay, then update time. So if I want to get more recent information, very recent information, then I can select 24 hours. So if you want to get information like past week, okay, within past week which informations are uploaded, you are going to this search engine basically showing us that information, past month, past year. Okay, or you can select anytime. Okay, that is the thing. So I'd like to select the past month. Let's see. Then site domain, you can mention a specific website name from where you'd like to get the information. Like you can write here Wikipedia. Okay, wikipedia.com. On that time it will show you information from the Wikipedia. Okay, all right. Some other other search box or option are available here, so you can get more explanation here. Let me search it. If I click the advanced search now, so can you see that it is going to show me information about the Sundarban. Okay, and can you see the date here? July. As I selected past month. Okay, so whatever the information uploaded within this past 1 month, okay, in the www World Wide Web, they are basically showing us those information. Okay, this information uploaded by the Daily Star. Okay, that means this is they are basically providing us Sundarban's information, but which part available in Bangladesh, not in India, as we selected country as Bangladesh. Okay, that is the thing. So is that clear to you? How we can do advanced search to
Yes,
get
sir.
more accurate answer, to get precise information. Okay, to get more accurate answer, to get precise information. Okay, we can use this advanced search. Okay, am I clear to you? Is that okay? Any
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
confusion do you guys have?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So how we can search image? Okay, again I would like to show you how we can search image. Okay, let me write down the URL first. The URL of this image is, can you guys see the URL? www.google.com/advanced_image_search. Okay, just here you have to write down image. Okay, then if I enter, now again I am getting the advanced search option, but here advanced image search. Can you guys see that? Advanced image search. Can you guys see my web browser?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So again, if you want, you can write down here Sundarban. Okay. Some keyword, exact keyword you can write down. Like you can write down mangrove forest. Some other keywords if you want, you can type, no problem. But let me show you the image part. Okay. So any size. Okay. You can, if you want to find out like medium size image, you have to select the medium. If you want to find out a large image, you can select the large option. If you want to find out any icon, then you can click on this icon, or some ratio also given, image ratio also given. According to that ratio, you can find out that image. Or you can select the image length, okay, how much larger this one is, okay, right, how many megapixel this one is, okay, that is the thing you can select, okay, right. So I'm selecting basically what, medium for an example, medium, okay. Then next option, you can select the ratio, okay, you can select the ratio, tall, square, wide, okay. Panoramic view, if you want to get the panoramic view, then you can select the panoramic, okay. Then you can select color, okay, from here you can select the color. Suppose I would like to find out black and white image, black and white image of Sundarban, okay, not colorful image, okay. Then you can select the type of the picture, okay, is it animated, photo, face, clip art, line draw, which one is, okay, that is the thing. Then region, again I am selecting Bangladesh, okay, Bangladesh region picture I would like to see, okay. So in this way you can select other options as well. Then if I click on advanced search, then it is going to show me the image of Sundarban, okay. But as I use some filter, as I select some specific criteria, that's why it is showing only black and white image, and these pictures only from Bangladesh part. Is it okay? You understand how we can do advanced search, both
Yes, sir.
text
Yes,
and
sir.
image?
Yes, sir.
So did you ever visited Sundarban, anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In which spot you guys visited? Can you remember?
I don't remember the name.
All right.
But
But
the best spot
uh-huh.
name is I forgot. The first spot where everyone goes.
Okay, all right. So I'm basically opening a picture. You can see here. Basically, this is the picture of Koromjol. Okay, the spot name is Koromjol.
Yes, sir. I have visited there.
Sir,
Okay.
yeah.
Same to me. I also visited there. All right. Right. This is the picture. I can recall my journey. Okay. Right. This is the picture of Koromjol. Right. Okay. Guys, the main thing is that now you have some idea how you can do advanced search through this Google search engine, isn't it? Clear to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Next thing I would like to show you from my slide. Can you see the slide now?
Yes, sir.
So they're basically mentioning like how we can search image. Okay, the procedure number 1, procedure number 2. All right. So you have to write down www.images.google.com. That means if you want to search any image on Google, then you have to write down this URL, www.images.google.com. Okay. Then you have to type your keyword, enter word. To get the result, you have to press on enter button, or you can follow the next procedure. Simply type www.google.com, and then in the search box type your keyword, click on image, then click search tools, okay, and from there you can select color and other information or other filter you can use, okay, from there. Okay, so here you can see some explanation, like you can select the size of the picture, you can select the color, type, time, then rights. Okay, so here you can see one snapshot. Can you see the snapshot here? Can you guys see the snapshot here?
Yes, sir.
All right, so here you will get number of option. All means like video, image, or text, everything. Okay, you have here. But if you select only image, then you are going to get only the pictures. Okay, that is the thing. News, video, map, more. Okay, many things you can select here. Now let me show you the real demonstration. Okay, I'm going to share my web browser again. But before that, I would like to select this one, copy this one. Can you guys see my web browser now? Again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can type here simply google.com. So if I type google.com, then it is going to give me this interface again, the searching box, and here I can type here what, suppose I have to type here computer. Okay, computer, and if I give enter, now it is giving me information about the computer, and here you can see the image option, isn't it? If I click on image, then it is giving me the picture of computers. Can you see the picture of computers?
Yes.
Number of pictures we have here. Okay, about computer, right? So this is one way, or directly we can, let me show it to you. You can type this URL www.images.google.com. Okay, can you see the URL I type here?
Yes, sir.
And if I give enter, then automatically now you can see here we have one additional icon. You can see one additional icon we have here. Okay, suppose if we type here, suppose again computer. Okay, then directly it is going to show us the images about the computer. Okay, so you understand how we can search something through this image through this Google search engine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But here the learning thing is that under this search box here you are going to get some option that is called tools. Can you see the tools option here?
Yes, sir.
All right, so if I press the tools, you are going to get this drop down menu bar, so from here what I can do, I can select the size. Suppose I need medium size image. Okay, if I click, automatically it will filter. Now whatever the images I have here, all of them are medium size. I can select the color. Okay, I would like to find out red color. Okay, not red color, blue color. Okay, computer. Okay, if I click, automatically it will filter and it is going to give us only the blue color. So if I click the, suppose, red one, it is going to show us only the red color picture of computer. Okay, or if I select black and white, it is going to show me only the black and white image of computer. Okay, then from the UG rights, okay, that means here we basically have some copyright issue. So which image you can modify or update and which image you cannot. If that image has copyright issue, then you're not able to modify that one or use that one. Okay, then you can select the image type. There are different types of image. Okay, then time, that means if you want very recent picture of your computer, then you have to select the past 24 hours. Okay, if I select past 24 hours, I'm going to get very recent information about the computer. Okay, so if I select the time past 24 hours, I'm going to get very recent picture uploaded by different people. Okay, right. So is that clear to you how we can use filter option, okay, on this image? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Clear. Okay, so now I'm going to share my slide again. Can you see the slide again?
Yes.
All right, so here you are getting one exercise on image searching, and in this exercise what we are telling basically what, find the picture of planets using Google with below properties. Okay, size should be medium, color red, type photo, time past week, and uses right, not filtered by license. Okay, so by following this property, you have to show me the image, okay, of planets. Okay, right. So this type of question you might get in your examination. Okay. So how many of you are using desktop or laptop now?
Laptop.
Hafiz,
Yes.
anyone else? Okay, maybe no one. But I told you earlier that you should use your laptop or you should use your desktop. Okay. Otherwise, it will be tough to attend the. Perform the practical work here. Okay. In practical work, you have to work. Okay, by your hand. Okay. If I just give the lecture, if I just show you the things, then it will not help you. Okay. So from the next class, I'm requesting all of you, at least for the lab class, okay, manage one computer. Okay, laptop or desktop. Okay. Otherwise, it will be very tough to practice. So Hafiz, which one you are using, desktop or laptop?
Laptop.
Laptop. Do you know how to share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Zoom.
Yes, sir.
So can you please perform this task and show us your screen?
Yes, sir.
Open the web browser, please, and then search this thing, planet. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and then from the picture, apply these filters. Okay, do it, please do it and show it to us.
Sir, oh, sir, you have to stop your screen sharing, sir.
Okay, I'm stopping my screen sharing.
Yes.
Hafiz, you can see your screen.
Sir. Sir, what can I search?
Planet. Okay.
Yes, sir.
PLANET. Yes, planets.
A
PLANET, planet. Okay.
Firefox can running, sir.
Can you find out the picture of planet?
Sir.
All right.
Sir.
So then you have to filter basically. There is a tools option under the planet. Okay, give enter. Okay, chobi. Okay. All right. So now go up, scroll up.
Yes,
So
sir.
here you are getting tool option, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Click on tool. Okay. Now size map actually it's in Bengali. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So medium, select medium, majari, medium.
Yes,
Okay. Then color, red.
sir.
Okay. Type photo, ধরন photo. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, it is in Bengali. You should change your language setting basically. What?
Yes.
And time, time.
Yes, sir.
Select time past week. কত সপ্তাহ? Past week.
Sorry, sir.
So you guys see how we can do this, perform this task. Okay, so in this way we can filter our images and we can get more accurate information or accurate image. Okay, that is the thing. So in this way, time to time I might ask you to perform this type of task. It is only possible if you have your laptop or desktop with you, otherwise it is not possible. Okay, so that's why I'm telling, please during the lab time, at least the lab time, use your laptop or desktop. All right. Okay, thank you, Hafiz. Okay, you can stop your sharing. Okay, thank you, Hafiz. All right. Again, I am sharing my screen with you. All right. So search by image. This is also very important. Search by image. The new technique we are going to learn. This is not basically the usually. We do not search in this way by our image. Let me show you. At first, I have to write down this URL on my search bar. I'm sharing my browser with you again. Can you guys see my web browser now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I'm typing this URL in the URL section. So www.images.google.com. So if I give enter, then can you guys see here we have a camera-like icon?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So if I click on this camera-like icon or hover my mouse pointer, then it is telling that search by image. Okay. This is search by voice. This is search by image, and this is search by text. Okay. Right. So if I click here, then it is giving me option. I can paste any URL of picture. Okay. Or I can upload an image from my computer. So I would like to upload an image from my computer. So let's see. So I'm selecting the file. Okay. Desktop. Okay. So I have a picture of this animal. Okay. I have no idea about this animal. What is it? Okay. I would like to upload this picture and I would like to get some information about this picture. Can you see that? What they are saying? Okay.
Yes, sir.
They are basically tracking down. They are basically find out this is a cow. Okay, and it is giving me information about the cow. Okay, all right. Okay, and they basically match the color of this cow, and they basically giving information about that type of cow. Okay, right. Is that clear to you? You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Again, I am showing. Upload an image, then select your file, and what I'd like to search. Okay, this picture I would like to search. If I click, then let's see what they say about this flower. Okay, this is actually a rose. They're basically giving some information about the rose. Okay, and they basically mention what type of rose even. Okay, you can see information about this picture. Okay, right. So in this way, you can search by picture, search by image. Am I clear to you? How we can
Yes,
search
sir.
by image, right? Okay, all right. Okay, let's see what we have in the slide. Can you guys see the slide now again?
Yes, sir.
So here you will get step-by-step instruction how you can search by image. First of all, you have to click on this icon. Then you can search by your image URL. Okay, or you can upload the picture from your computer. Then when you press enter, okay, then it is going to show picture. It is going to show information about that image. Okay. Okay. Voice search I already show you. I think I need not to show you again. Okay. Just click on the microphone like icon. Then you're going to find out the thing. Right. And how you can search any video. Okay. So video search, you have to write down instead of image, you have to type here what? Video. Let me show you this one, the last one. I'm going to show you the video. Again, I'm sharing my web browser screen with you. I have to type what? www.video.google.com. Video.google.com. So if I press enter, then right, it is directly going to the okay. So can you see now Google, and here it is written video,
Videos.
isn't it? Videos, right? Okay. So suppose if I search something like this, computer, okay, it is showing me only the videos, not other, okay, images or other information. Okay, it is giving me the link of videos. Okay, and again here we have the tools option. Okay, from the tools option we can select the info, I mean we can filter it, like I would like to see the video which range is 0 to 4 minutes or 4 to 20 minutes or more than 20 minutes. Okay, I can filter it from here. Okay, you see the video length is 2.4 minute, 2.4 minute, I mean 2 minute 40 second, like that. Okay, less than 4 minutes, you can see here. Okay, then any time I can select the time, like past hour, like past week. Okay, in this way I can select any time here. Then the quality, is it, do you want high resolution or any resolution is enough? Okay, then all videos you can select from here. Then here you can see like any sources, like you can select a specific website from here. Okay, that is, so in this way you can give filter. Am I clear to you? Any problem to understand this point?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. So now you have idea how we can search and how we can apply some filter on this video. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sharing my slide again with you. So in the slide, you are going to get all the explanation. Okay, how we can apply different filters. Okay, here on video you can see, and this is another exercise. Okay, we have here. Okay, you have to find out the video of planet, but now you have to apply. Sorry, you have to apply these properties. Time duration should be 4 to 20 minutes. Any time, that means you can select past week, quality, high quality, and all video closed caption. Okay, I would like to select this one. I mean video with caption. Okay, so this type of question you might get in your examination. Okay, or during the lab exam time, I might ask you this thing. Okay, right. All right. Any questions so far? Anyone? Any
No,
question?
sir.
Everything is clear to you, isn't it? Hafiz, any question?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, Israt Bari, any question?
No, sir.
Meme,
No, sir.
everything is all right, Meme, from this chapter? Meme, can you hear me? Meme, are you sleeping? I don't know. Shithi, can you hear me? Shithi,
Yes, sir.
any problem regarding this chapter?
No, sir.
All right, then Rezona Tasnim,
Yes,
Naomi,
sir.
any problem regarding this chapter?
No, sir.
All right, Israt,
No, sir.
Nakib,
No, sir.
and Sanjida,
No, sir.
and last of all Mahin, any problem?
Till now, no problem, but while I will practice, it will be more familiar and easier for me.
Right, all of you have to do this thing. Okay, you have to practice at your home and let me know if you face any difficulty. Okay, right. All right, so guys, if you do not have any problem, any question regarding this chapter, then I guess that's all about this chapter. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's all about this chapter. So again, I'm requesting all of you, please practice all the points what I basically demonstrate you in front of you. So practice all of them at your home. Okay, at your home PC. And if you face any difficulty, let me know. Okay. All right. Now it's time to move to our next slide, next chapter basically. Our next chapter, let me open the slide. According to your book, this is the chapter number 3. I'm sharing the chapter with you. Can you guys see the slide on your screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what it is written?
Watching video on internet. Chapter 3, how to use YouTube.
Right. That means how we can watch any video in internet, especially in this chapter, we're going to discuss about YouTube, how we can use YouTube. Okay. I'm going to give you some information about the YouTube. Okay. Right. So in this chapter, we're going to learn about what is YouTube, benefit of YouTube, main functions of YouTube, then simple search in YouTube. Okay. So let's start. Can anyone read it? What it is written about the YouTube in this slide?
Yes, sir.
Please.
YouTube is one of the most popular video sharing website. Benefits of YouTube: it's free, useful for educational purposes, videos are worldwide, videos can be downloaded.
Right. Thank you. So YouTube, this is actually one kind of, you can say, social media. Okay. YouTube is one kind of social media. Sometimes we call it Web 2.0. Web 2.0 means whatever the social media we have, that is called basically what? Web 2.0. Like your Facebook, like your Twitter, like this YouTube. Okay, where we can upload our own customized content, and according to our wish we can like them. Okay, we can give some comment, we can share. Okay, this is called Web 2.0. Okay, or you can say social media website. Okay, so YouTube is one of the social media website, but what is the main characteristics of this website? We can share video. We can share only video in this platform. You can upload the video, we can give comment, we can comment, we can give like or dislike. Okay, we can share video. Okay, these are the things we can perform here. And nowadays this YouTube become very popular as because we get, as a student, we get number of tutorial. Okay, inside this YouTube. Okay, or if you want to watch any movie, watch any song, okay, then you can also browse this YouTube, isn't it? Okay, right. So next point regarding this chapter, main functions of YouTube. Okay, who is going to read it? Someone,
Sir,
please carry on.
Main functions of YouTube. Users can search for and watch videos, create a personal YouTube channel, upload videos to your channel, like, comments, share other YouTube videos. Users can subscribe or follow other YouTube channels and users, create playlists to organize videos and group videos together.
Right, thank you, Naomi. So here we can perform this task. Okay, as Naomi mentioned here, we can search any video, we can watch any video, we can create our personal YouTube channel. Okay, we can upload video. If you want, you can give like, you can give comment, or you can share a specific video. Then as a user, you can subscribe any channel, you can follow any channel. Okay, or you can create your own playlist. Like you'd like to hear Robindro Sangeet, okay, Robindro song. What you can do, you can create your own playlist. Inside that playlist, you can attach whatever the song you'd like to hear. You can attach those song inside that playlist. Okay, that is the thing. Right. So let me show you my browser. I would like to show you the real example so that you get real life idea about this YouTube. Let me share my browser with you. Okay, so can you guys see my web browser now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in the URL, at first you have to write down youtube.com. youtube.com. So if I type here, then it is going to take me YouTube. Okay. At first, it is going to show me the home page of the YouTube. Okay. All right. So you can see some video over here. Okay. Right. And then here, as you already know, we can search any video. So here is the searching box. Okay. If I type any specific information, okay, here, then I'm going to get that type of video. Okay, here is the button. If you type and if you search, then you're going to get that video. Okay, that is the thing. That is the first one they mentioned. Then second one, if you want, you can upload the video. If you want, you can create your own channel. Suppose here I have my own channel. Okay. Okay, here you can see my information here. Okay, channel information here, Learn with Rakib. Okay, so if I click here your channel, that is my channel, it will take me to my channel. So this is my own channel. So if you want, you can create your own channel even. Okay, then if you want, you can upload the video. So here is the option. If I want to upload the video, I can upload the video from here, as well as I can go live from YouTube. I can also go live. Okay, right. Then what else? If you want, you can create your own playlist. Okay, number of options we have. If you want, you can create your own playlist from here. Okay, if I open a specific video, then you will get some idea about that thing. Like if I click the video, it will going to open the video. Okay, so here you are going to get some option. Okay, for giving like, okay, like, dislike, or sharing option we have. If you want, you can save it. Okay, or all right. All right, and if you want, you can give your comment. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, right. And here is the, I mean, number of options also available. If you want, you can subscribe the channel. Okay, even. Okay, right. So do you guys understand what we can do through this YouTube?
Yes, sir.
How to use
Yes,
this?
sir.
All right. Okay. Now I'm going to share my slide again. Okay. So they're basically mentioning how we can do simple search in YouTube. I already mentioned how we can do simple search. Okay. That is it. So do you have any question anymore regarding this YouTube searching, or how to use the YouTube, or what is YouTube? What are the facility it is going to give us?
No, sir.
No, sir. No question.
Okay. So I would like to know, do you guys have any channel in YouTube? Anyone? Did you ever create any channel in YouTube?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Who?
No, sir.
Sir, me. But didn't uploaded any videos, then deleted that.
Okay. Okay, all right. Just for exploring the YouTube. Okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else? Any YouTube channel? Anyone?
No, sir.
No one. Okay, all right. Right. Nowadays, I mean, people start opening the YouTube channels. Okay, as because
Yes, sir.
from the YouTube we can earn money, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like if you have 1000 subscriber and there is a number of watch time, if you're able to fulfill that one, then you will be able to search, you will be able to earn some money from YouTube. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, right. All right. So if you do not have any question, then that's all about this YouTube. Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
So that's all about chapter number 3. That's all about YouTube. Thank you. Now I would like to move to the next chapter. These chapters are very small. That's why I'm not, giving that much emphasis on this. But chapter number 4 is very important. Chapter number 4 is very, very, very important. Okay. Let me share the slide with you. Now again, can you see my slide now?
Yes, sir.
So this is chapter number 4. And can anyone tell me what is the title of this chapter?
Emailing.
Emailing. Okay. So what does it mean, emailing? Can anyone tell me? Emailing means what?
How to send mail on email, through email.
Right. Okay. That means how we can send email, how we can receive email. Basically, in this chapter, we're going to discuss about how we can open email. What is basically email? Then how we can open email account. Then what are the formal manner to use email? Okay. How we can send, how we can receive, how we can reply. Okay. Right. So let's start the discussion on this email. This is the last chapter we're going to discuss in today's discussion. So these are the content of this slide. An introduction to email, format of email address, create a Gmail account, then compressing new image message, then properly addressing our image, then spam or junk folder, junk email, trash or deleted items, email etiquette, online phishing scheme. So these are the things we are going to discuss one by one. So let's start. Email means what? The short form is mail, but email means basically what? Electronic mail, right? E means electronic, A means mail means mail. Okay, electronic mail. So email is a message that may contain text, files, images, or other attachments sent through a network to a specified individual or group of individuals, isn't it? In the email, we can attach any text file, any audio file, okay, any video file, or any other file we can attach, okay, with this email. But definitely there is a size limitation, like we cannot send more than 25 megabytes at a time, okay, through a single email. Okay, that is the limitation. Okay, right. So you can send that email to a specific person, or you can send that email to a number of persons, okay, according to your need. And here you are going to get, after that, you are going to get some email service provider name. They are basically what? They are email service provider, like Google, Gmail. Okay, Gmail is the email service provider. Hotmail, email service provider. AOL, email service provider. Yahoo is another email service provider. All right, they are the organization. They have their email server. Through their server, they are going to give us email service. Is it clear to you? Any question from this chapter, from this slide?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, right. Now the next point I would like to discuss, address of email. Okay, I think all of you have email address, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
All of you have email address.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your email address has three parts. First of all, username, then you have @ symbol, then providers
Domain.
Okay, right. Basically, who is going to provide you the service? Like in this example, Peter101 is the username, then @ symbol, after that gmail.com. Gmail.com basically what? The provider
Provider's domain.
provider's domain. If I write here my email address, Hasan.Rakib, this is what? My username. Then @ then iubat.edu. iubat.edu, what is this? This is the excuse me. This is the provider's domain. Basically, IUBAT basically giving me this email service. So that's why I have to write down iubat.edu. So is that clear to you? 3 parts of your email.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Remember this one. Now the next one, how we can create Gmail account. So as you guys mentioned, all of you have email account. So I am not going to show you how we can create email account. Is that okay? Or should I need to show you?
No.
Okay, I think not. So let me move to the next point. Skipping this part. Okay, the next point. Okay, let me open my email and let me share it to you, the screen. Then you are going to understand, okay, how it's look like. All right. Okay. So the first point they're mentioning what? How we can compose a new email. Suppose I would like to send an email to a specific person. What I have to do? I have to compose that email. So how we can compose the email? They are basically showing the indication. Here you will get the compose option. If you click the compose option, then you're going to write down your email. Okay, right. And next one, next slide, you can see what? When you compose, when the compose window open in front of you, over there you will get these options, isn't it? You will get subject. Okay, first of all you will get you will get CC and you will get BCC. 3 options you have. So do you have any idea what is the difference in between 2CC and BCC? When we have to write an email address in 2 section, when in CC section and when in BCC section. Any idea, anyone? What is the use of 2? What is the use of CC? And what is the use of BCC? Any idea, anyone?
No, sir.
Did you ever use these options, CC and BCC?
No.
Yes, sir. Used that, but don't know the meaning.
CC is when I am the mail I am sending on to more than 1 people, and whom I have sent it, the others can see it. Suppose
Okay.
I'm sending it to 3 people, the other people can see the other 2 people whom I sent it. But in BC, then they will just personally see it, but they can't see it that whom others I have sent the mail, the same mail.
Okay, you are okay, right? You are correct. So, but one thing here about the CC. Okay, the use of CC you mentioned, we can also perform the same task by using 2. If I mention 3 persons' email in the 2 section, still they are going to see each other. Okay, suppose from my side, okay, I'm sending email to 3 of you, and 3 of you can understand who basically got email from me. Then what is the difference in between 2 and CC? When we should use CC, when we should use 2. About BCC, you are right. Okay, so no one can understand who basically got the email. Okay, individually they are going to see the email, but they are not going to understand who else got that same email. Okay, so let me explain. So here you can see CC means carbon copy. Okay, CC means carbon copy and BCC means blind carbon copy. So now I would like to discuss, and you have to understand these 3 points. Okay, 2, CC and BCC very carefully and clearly. Okay, otherwise it might create some confusion. Who is going to receive your email? So the first point, the 2. 2 means basically what? I would like to send. Suppose I would like to send a specific email to 10 people. Okay, to 10 people. Okay, what I have to do? I can write down all of their name, all of their email address in this 2 section. If I write down all of their email address in 2 section, then all of them will get the same email. Okay, so this is the use of 2. when I would like to send number of email, okay, to number of I would like to send a specific email to number of person. On that time, I can write down their name inside this to section. And when I'm writing his or her name in this to section, basically I'm indicating that person, that I'm sending this email to you. This email basically indicating you. All right. On the other hand, CC means I'm taking concern. Okay, that person is going to get the same email. If I write down someone's name in the CC section, that person also getting the same email, but I am not sending that email to that person. I am basically taking his or her concern. Okay, that email is not for him or her, the person available in CC section. I am basically giving him or her information that I am sending this email to this person, okay, who basically available in the two sections. Am I clear to you? Okay, I think if I give an example, then it might more it will give you more clear idea. Okay, suppose consider a situation. Imagine a situation. Suppose for an example, okay, so Hafiz, he is the HR manager of a company. Okay, Hafiz is the HR manager of a company. Okay, and in his organization, okay, 2 employees are working. Okay, suppose like Mahin and Sanjida, they are working under him. Okay, and what? Suppose Nakib is their manager. Okay, Nakib is the suppose marketing manager, and in marketing department, Mahi and Sanjida, they are working under Nakib. Okay, and Hafiz is what? HR manager. So can you understand? Can you imagine the situation? Hafiz
Yes,
is the HR manager. Okay, Nakib, Mahin and Sanjida, they work under marketing department. Nakib is the marketing manager. Okay, Sanjida and Mahin work under him. All right. So now Hafiz find out that this Sanjida and Mahin, they are not come office on time. Okay, they are late comer. Always they are what? Late comer. Okay, don't take it otherwise. I'm giving an example. Okay, they are late comer. Okay, so Hafiz need to take some corrective action. Hafiz need to take some corrective action. So what action he might take? He think that okay, so I can give them what I can give them what a warning message. Okay, warning email. Okay, so that's why Hafiz send an email to Sanjida and Mahin. Okay, so now tell me in which section Hafiz going to write down their name, their email address. In the two section. Okay, but Hafiz think that okay, so if I just give them email, okay, then they are not going to take it seriously. What I can do, I can also keep Nakib in the loop. Okay, I can also inform Nakib about their problem. Okay, then they are going to be more serious. Okay, they will think that okay, my boss already know my problem, so he is going to punish me. Okay, so Nakib email, I'm going to send the same email to Nakib, but now tell me in which section I'm going to write down Nakib's email address.
CC.
CC. That means Hafiz sending the email, okay, to Sanjida and Mahin, and Hafiz basically, I mean, taking concern or giving concern to Nakib. Okay, he basically notifying Nakib that your 2 employees are not coming office on time. Okay, so Hafiz, if Hafiz write down Nakib's email in the to section also, then what will happen? Nakib think that okay, I am very regular employee, but my HR telling me that I am also late in the office, isn't it? There will be a confusion arise, isn't it? That's why two option, one is to, another one is CC.
CC.
If I write down someone's email address in the to section, that means I am basically indicating those person. Okay, and if I am write down someone's email in the CC section, then I am basically taking his or her concern. I am basically providing him or her information. Okay, that is the thing. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I think now you have very clear idea about this to and CC. Okay, and another important thing, Hafiz basically sending Sanjida, Mahin, and Nakib. Okay, these three person, he basically send the email. They can see each other. Who basically got the email? Okay, they basically get the each other. Nakib can see Sanjida and Mahin. Mahin and Sanjida can see Nakib. Sanjida can see Mahin. Mahin can see Sanjida. All right. Okay. Right. There will be no, privacy over here. Okay, that is the thing. So now, what about BCC? BCC means blind carbon copy. BCC means blind carbon copy. So okay, consider another situation. Okay, Hafiz has gone. Huh? Hafiz is not connected now. All right. Okay, suppose Hafiz he would like to recruit some employee for his organization. Okay, Hafiz would like to hire some employee for his organization, and for that he would like to conduct interview session. And after interview session, Hafiz would like to send the email to those person who basically passed the interview session, and he basically would like to invite them for written examination. For written examination, you understand the situation? Hafiz, he would like to hire some employee for his organization. For that, he conducted one viva with his applicants, and out of those suppose 10 applicants, 5 of them passed the viva session, and now Hafiz would like to send an email, okay, to invite them in the written examination, for the written examination. Okay, so Hafiz would like to send them email. Okay, so as Hafiz wants that no one can understand who basically got the chance, who basically passed the viva session. Okay, that is the thing. Then Hafiz, what he need to do? He need to type that 5% email address in the BCC section. If Hafiz type the thing in the BCC section, then nobody is going to understand who basically got the message. All of them will be blind. Okay, if Hafiz mention all of their ID in the 2 section, then easily they can understand 5 of us, okay, got selection. But if Hafiz mention their name in the BCC section, then nobody is going to understand, right, who basically got the chance to give the written examination. Okay, so am I clear to you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the use of to? What is the use of CC? And what is the use of BCC? All right. Any confusion?
No, sir.
So this is very important. You have to have very clear idea about this one. Okay. Israt Bari, can you hear me, Israt? Israt,
Yes, sir.
is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Meme, what about Meme? Meme, can you hear me? Shithi, can you hear me? Shithi,
Yes, sir.
is this clear to you?
Yes,
To
sir.
CC and BCC? All right. Naomi,
Yes, sir.
is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Nakib?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Isra Jahan, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what about Sanjida, Hafiz, and Mahin? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Got it.
Clear.
Got it, sir.
So next time, please be careful. The use of CC and BCC as well as 2. Okay. All right. So now I would like to give you a live demonstration so that you can understand it more clearly. Okay. So I'm going to share my browser with you. Can you guys see the web browser now?
Yes, sir.
And can you guys see the this email interface?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is my email. So here is the compose option. So if you want to compose any email, you have to click here, compose. Okay, if I click, then here I'm going to get this window. Okay, so here is the two option. Here you can see CC option. Here you can see the BCC option. Okay, three options we have, and you guys already know what is the use of these options, isn't it? When we have to use two, when we have to use CC, and when we have to use BCC. Okay, right. Then what is the next option we have here? Here we have subject option.
Subject.
Right. So right. So like if you want to send any email to a specific person, you have to write down your subject, email subject. Okay, that means about which topic, about which situation you are going to send email. Okay, suppose if I want to send email about your final examination, okay, then I have to type here final examination instruction for summer 2020, isn't it? In this way I have to write down a title. Okay, otherwise what happens, suppose consider my situation, every day I receive number of emails, but definitely I don't read all of them. Okay, which I basically read the subject, which subjects are very important to me, seems important to me, I read. I basically open that email. Rest of the email I basically delete. Okay, that is the thing. So that's why you have to give a appropriate subject for your email. Okay, and subject is very important. Is it clear to you? Subject.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Then after that, here we have the body part. Here we have the body part. Okay. So here you have to type your email. Here you have to type your email. Okay. So when you type our email, then you have to mention three things. This is the formality. When we send any formal email, then we have to include three things. One is, first of all, we have to write down the greetings. Suppose if I send an email to you guys, I have to write down my dear student, okay, or good morning students. Okay, so in these greetings I have to type. Okay, or if I send email to my superior, then I can write down assalamu alaikum sir, okay, or respected sir, or good morning sir, okay, dear sir. In this way I can write down the greetings. At first you have to write down the greetings. After that, what problem or what issue you have to write down about that issue. Is it clear to you? After that, you have to write down about that issue. Okay, and at last you have to give thanks. Okay, you have to write down thanks. Okay, thank you. Okay, you're obedient. Okay, in this way you have to write down thanks, and after that you have to write down your contact details. Contact details. Why? Because by seeing your email address, I might not able to understand who you are. You understand? By seeing your email address, I'm not going to understand who you are. So that's why it's better to, can you see my contact details here? I mentioned my name, my designation, then university name, my phone number, and other things I also mentioned here. So we can set signature like this. I basically use this one as signature. Okay, so every time when I'm going to compose an email, automatically it will be appear. Every time I need to write down my name, my mobile number, my designation, and other things. All right, from the settings option you can set it. Okay, that is the thing. So remember, at first greetings, then your issues, then your thank you, and at last your contact details. Am I clear to you? In the body part, how we have to write down the email in the body part.
Yes, sir.
All right, and at the end you can see that here is the send button, isn't it? If I press send, automatically it will be sent to the participant. Participant going to get my email, and here I can format my text. Whatever the text I'm going to write here, I can format the text. I can attach any file. If I click here, by clicking this one, this clip symbol, I can attach any file. Like you can attach audio file, video file, PDF file, PowerPoint file. Okay, any file you can attach. Okay, here But remember, maximum size of your file will be 25 MB, not more than that. Okay, 25 megabyte, not more than that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Other
Yes,
things you
sir.
can also perform here, and if you want, you can delete your email by clicking this icon. Okay, if I click here, automatically it will be deleted. Is it clear to you? How we can
Yes, sir.
compose an email? The basic idea how we can compose an email. All right. Any
Yes, sir.
questions so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Again, I'm sharing my slide with you. Can you guys see the slide now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we already learned about the subject, CC, BCC2, and attachment. How we can attach the file. All right. Then draft. Draft means actually what? If you want to send the email later, not now. You you already type the email, but you'd like to save it for later send. Okay. On that time, you can save it in the draft folder. You can save it in the draft folder. Okay. And send button, you know, I already show you the send button. By clicking the send button, what we can do, we can send the email. Okay. Then inbox. Inbox means actually what? If someone send email to you, then that email will be available in the inbox section. Okay. Like your mobile inbox. Okay. Mobile message inbox. Right. Then reply and reply to all. Okay. If someone send you email, then you can reply that specific person, or you can reply who are the loop, who are the available in the email loop. You can send all of them your reply. Okay. Again, I'm sharing my browser with you so that you can get some idea. Okay. So can you guys see the screen again, browser again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So here, basically what, if I basically save any email, okay, for later send, then that email will be available in the draft folder. Okay. Currently, I do not have any message in the draft folder. Let me show you. Suppose I am trying to send an email. I am basically writing here, dear sir. Okay. And after that, I think that, okay, so I'm not going to send this email for now. I'm going to send it later. Okay. If I cross it, then you see automatically it is available in the draft folder. And if I click it again, I'm going to get my text back. Okay. Again, I am edit it, then I can send it to my client. Okay. Or the recipient. Is it clear to you? What is the use of draft folder?
Yes, sir.
Right. And if I delete it, then automatically it will be deleted from the draft folder. And this is the inbox. Here, whatever the message I am getting, all the messages here I have. Okay, right. And here you can see some messages are bold, some messages are not bold. Bold means this is actually not actually. I don't open this one yet. Okay, I do not open this one yet. These are unread. Okay, that is the thing. If I click it, okay, if I read this one, if I back, then automatically it will be it is not bold anymore. Okay, that is the thing. So bold means these are unread. Okay, that is the thing. All right. Then suppose if anyone send me email, okay, suppose I got this email, what I can do, I can reply. Okay, I can reply. If there is number of person in the loop, then I can click on reply all. Okay, I can reply, or I can click on reply all. If I click the reply, then here you will get the message. So now I can type the message and I can send the reply to that person. Okay, and if there is number of person available, then you can type reply all. You can press on reply all. Okay, and other options also available. You can see here, like you can forward the image, forward the message. Okay, if you want, you can forward that specific message to number of person. All right. Okay, forward the email. Same email I'm going to send another person. That is called forward. Okay, right. So I think now you have some idea about this one. All right. I'm going to share my slide again. Okay, reply all. Then I already discussed about the forward. You know how we can do the forward email. Then spam or junk for junk email. Okay. So do you have any idea about this email? These emails are suspicious. Okay. Shandehojono. Okay. So sometimes what happen, any hacker or any bad person, they might send us email with some virus. Okay. So if I open that email, I might lose my admin control over my email account. Okay. So anyone get information about my email, whatever the email I have, they might get information about that email. So the good news is that our computer, our email server, they can detect which emails are suspicious. Okay. If it find out that type of email, what it is going to do, it is not going to send that email in the inbox, it is going to send that email in the spam folder. So that's why do not open files, okay, which basically not open, actually be careful with the spam folder. Sometimes what happen, some important mails also go inside the spam folder. Okay, but be careful. If you find out that email sent by unknown person, then it's not it is not it is better not to open the email, otherwise it might infect your email account. That is the thing. And what they're saying, they're basically saying that do not open the file, which file extension like that .exe, .zip, .scr. If you find out email extension like this, file extension like this in your email, do not open that files. Okay. So let me show you the spam folder. If you click on this more, then here you will get the, if you scroll down here, you can get the spam message. Okay, can you see the messages? So these are the things, okay, we have here. Okay, and our server basically our IBT server basically considering these are actually suspicious mail. So that's why they send this email not in the inbox, they're sending this one inside the what, inside this spam folder. So this is the spam folder. Is it clear to you? Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. And here we have a trash folder. You can see the trash folder. If you delete any email, okay, if I delete any email, then those email will be available inside this trash folder. Okay, maybe I deleted this email day before yesterday, and they are available inside my trash folder. Okay, and how long this emails will be available in the trash folder? There is a time period, maybe for 28 or 1 month. Okay, like that. I cannot recall the specific time. Okay, after that specific time period, automatically these emails will be gone from this trash folder. Is it clear to you? Or delete folder, you can say. Okay. All right. Okay, again I'm going to share my slide with you. Okay, so I already discussed about the spam folder and delete folder, how we can delete item. So you just need to check your email like this. Okay, suppose if you want to delete any email, you just need to put your mouse pointer, hover your mouse pointer over this email, and here you will get the delete option. Okay, you can click delete. Okay, the conversation move to trash, you can see here. Okay, or I can select multiple email like this, and from here I can delete 2 emails at the same time. Okay, that is the thing. You understand? Now these emails are available in the trash folder. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's all about today's discussion. In our next class, we are going to discuss about some email equity, okay, some rules and regulations, some manner and other things regarding the email. Only few slides are left, okay, from this chapter. But that's all about today's lecture. So far, do you have any question regarding today's lecture, anyone?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right. And in our next class, we are going to start a very important topic, that is Microsoft Office PowerPoint. Microsoft Office PowerPoint. So maybe in your midterm examination, you have to give presentation on some courses like ART course. Okay, you have to give presentation. So you have to know how to prepare PowerPoint presentation, how to work with PowerPoint presentation. So in our next class, we're going to start learning about Microsoft Office PowerPoint. All right, next week. But before
Yes.
that, I'm requesting all of you, please practice these practical things at your home by using your home computer. All right. Otherwise, there will be no, issue of this or no effect of this CSA 104 course, lab course. All right. And next class,
Okay,
try
sir.
to connect this lab class with your laptop or desktop. Okay. That's it. Any question, any issue so far?
No, sir.
Everything is clear?
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
Okay. Right. So I have another lecture left. After, this one is my 4th lecture. Okay. After that, I have another lecture. So,
Yes, sir. You told
Sir,
us
our
this
fifth
Sunday.
class, we are very tired.
right. Okay. So, right. So I cannot speak anymore. Okay. Just give me your attendance. Shithila Alom, are you present? Shithila, are you present?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shithila, are you present? Then Hafiz,
Yes,
are you
sir.
present? All right. Then Shimu, are you present? Shimu is not present. All right. Israt Ebari, Israt present. All right. Then Sanjida,
Yes, sir.
Jubair. Maybe I saw Jubair. Jubair is present here.
His electricity was gone. He sent us message in our messenger group.
All right. All right. Mim is present. Then Israt Jahan.
Yes, sir.
All right. Then Trisha. Trisha, are you present? Trisha is absent. Okay. Mahin present. Naomi present. Nakib present. All right. Okay, guys, that's all about today's class. Okay. So see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have class. Yes, we have class. Okay. See you tomorrow, guys. Huh? Thank you. Thank you for joining the
Thank you,
class.
sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
sir.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.